Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 top tips that are going to help you get more wins in Weekend League or FUT Champs. FUT Champs, the first one of the year, is here. I'm going to be streaming them over at my Twitch every evening, Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening at Zelonius92 on Twitch. Get involved in the streams. Lots of you have been coming from the YouTube videos and telling me that, giving me feedback on them. I love that. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. And yeah, I'm going to be streaming it on my pay-to-win account that you can see here and a Road to Glory account. I hit 10-0 on the Road to Glory last night in the playoffs. I'll be giving you the top 4-4-2 custom tactics that I use on the Road to Glory in this video tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe. Get involved with the channel every day. Tactics, tips, tutorials, looking at the best meta players. I've got you covered, boys. But for this video, the first tip we're going to talk about when it comes to Weekend League is game management. Second to fifth tips, they're all going to be gameplay related. I'm going to be showing you lots of clips that are going to hopefully help take your game to the next level and help you get more wins in Weekend League. But the first one, it's Ultimate Team. It's got the team in there for a reason. Your team matter. So game management, super subs. Use good super subs. Hakimi here is my defensive super sub. I would not normally spend this much early on in the game on a super sub at defense, but I got him in an untradeable SBC. EA have given us so many untradeable packs this year, including lots of 100k ones. There is no way that you guys have not got at least a couple of super subs that fit your team. Use the loan players that EA have given us. Make sure that you don't go past one game with them, because if they have less than if you go down 0 games, you can't use them in friendlies. But I have a midfield super sub in Valverde. I have a great icon super sub in Kaka. I've got 2 beastly attackers here. If there's an SBC that's very cheap and you think really good, do them. Sorloth, the Road to Glory Demon. This guy's just insane. Off the bench, that sprint speed, strength, lengthy on new gen. And then the other thing on top of super subs is tactics. Team tactics do make a big difference. So you can see here, I've got ultra defensive, defensive, attacking, and ultra attacking. The defensive one that I started is lower depth. The attacking one's much higher depth and direct passing. The ultra attacking is constant pressure, 100 depth. The ultra defensive is 5 at the back. I switch to these tactics in game based on what's happening. I start the game in my default defensive one. I switch to the attacking if I'm maybe a goal behind. I switch to the all-out attack one if I'm losing a game late on and I need to get a goal back, maybe like 20 to 30 minutes to go. And I use this one if I'm getting all-out pressed and I need to hold on to a lead. Knowing when to change and adapt on the fly is key. Game management in Weekend League over 20 games is 100% going to get you an extra couple of wins a Weekend League. I promise you that. I do regular coaching sessions with lots of people, and when it comes to it, I see so many times a lot of their losses don't come because their opponent's just that much better than them. They come because they didn't see out a game properly, or they didn't have a plan B. Don't be that guy who's a goal down late on and you just don't change your tactic. Go all out press. I would rather lose by a few goals and have a chance of coming back into the game than just accept defeat and let my opponent pass around the back. Get good super subs. Don't have to be expensive. You should have some untradeable ones from all the rewards we've had. Know when to change your tactics. Check out my tactics videos. In all my tactics videos, I'll show you multiple tactics you can use at different points of the game based on the game situation. Let's get into tip number 2, but do not neglect game management. That will get you so many more wins in Weekend League. Are you looking to improve at FIFA? Then Underdog Gaming is the place to be. Underdog Gaming is run by me, Zelonius, and Jambu, another FIFA pro who have been full-time content creators and pro players for the last 6 years, hitting Elite Division and Top 100 with ease every single year. We've got lots of different tiers catered to what you want, from all the way from entry-level access to a big community Discord full of people all looking to improve and get better at the game, weekly articles and videos with exclusive tips and guides and tutorials, follow backs on Twitter where you can DM us and get full access to us, coaching sessions, gameplay analysis. We'll be doing a spreadsheet which will be updated throughout the year with all the OP meta players. If you want to improve at FIFA and you're serious about taking your game to the next level, Underdog Gaming is the place to be. You can find the Patreon by going to patreon.com/underdoggaming or check the link that's in the description of this video. I look forward to seeing you guys there. Tip number 2 is use the extra pass. I see it so often when I'm watching my own games back or when I'm coaching other people, where either me or my opponent or the person I'm coaching could have had a goal and they hit a shot that seems a good chance of going in, but the keeper makes a crazy save, and then when you pause it and look, they could have done an extra pass that would have effectively given them an open net. On FIFA 23, especially one-on-ones, keepers are really dominant this year. You can't ball roll it around them. The ball roll was always pretty much a guaranteed goal for the last few years, and it's very hard, especially if the keeper rushes out quick, to score. So in one-on-ones, if I've got an extra pass, I will always take it. When it comes to chances in the box, keepers are pretty inconsistent. Sometimes they're letting some really bad shots. Sometimes they make insane saves. If you can guarantee a goal on FIFA, you should always take it. Look at this goal that I score here. Good pass there. And there, honestly, I reckon most people would shoot across goal. Good chance from there that this guy blocks it or the keeper saves it. I genuinely think 95% of people in Weekend League would shoot across goal there, get blocked or saved. Could go in, but good chance it doesn't. Look what I do instead. Look at the vision. Big brain here. I pass it there to Haaland, and it is a tap-in for me. The problem you have with some of these passes is it takes a bit of time, muscle memory, to start doing them. I've been a pro player probably for 5-6 years, and the thing that I always know is holding me back compared to some of the very top pros was that I wasn't doing the extra passes much. If you watch Tex, Desari, all the top absolute best pros in FIFA, they will never miss a guaranteed goal. If they can shoot an 80% chance or pass for a 99% chance, they are passing for a 99% chance. You're not being a rat. You are just doing what it takes to win. That is just the game. The game's the game at the end of the day. Do you want to look back and think that you just missed a perfect chance to score and be annoyed? No. You played to get your rewards here. This is a competitive game mode. The extra pass is so big, and honestly, if you can get good at making it, it will take your game to the next level. I've coached people before who the main thing I really wanted them to work on was vision in the box and making extra passes, and it elevated their game to another level. The extra pass is so key, and it will honestly lead you to so many more goals. Look, it just turns half chances into guaranteed goals. And on this FIFA, the extra pass is open quite a lot. All the formations I recommend will have lots of options in the box, and the extra pass will always be available. Look for the extra pass. It might take some time before you get good at noticing it and making them, but once you do, it will really change your attack, and it will also get your opponent double guessing. It might mean that they don't close down the shot. They mark the extra pass, and then you get an easy shot with your player. Use the extra pass. It will get you more wins. Tip number 3 that we're going to talk about is adding long shots to your game. It is a general tip I could give any player that would make them improve, but it's being unpredictable and being able to attack in a variety of ways. If you can add a long shot to your game, as in you know the angles to hit it, the type of shots you need to hit, you are going to be so much harder to play against for your opponent because they can't just mark what's in the box, they can't just mark the passes in behind. They're not going to be worried about you if you don't have a long shot in terms of they don't have to mark that. But when you add the long shot to your game, it takes things to a whole other level because it unlocks so much more. Watch this goal here. Press after possession loss kicking in here. Look at Renato Sanchez now. That's just a gold Renato Sanchez. Nothing special on his card in terms of the shooting stats. And it flies top bins. That honestly is a glitchy shot this year. That is the outside of the foot shot. To do that, you hold L2 when you shoot, and you obviously have to line up kind of an angle that works for it. So here, if you're a right footer, anywhere from like around here, you can kind of shoot with your body facing that way. If you're a left footer, it's anywhere down here and your body facing that way. The outside of the foot shot, I've got probably 50 plus goals for outside the box this year doing it. It's broken. Pro players are wanting it patched. When you watch this video, maybe it will have been patched, but right now it is crazy. Finesse shots are really good too. Even power shots from the edge of the box, if you have good players, are really good. But these outside the foot shots are the best ones. I've seen them go with like centre backs. They're crazy. If you can add these to your game, people can't sit off you, can't just mark things in the box. They have to be a bit more aggressive, and then that will open. Look at through ball in behind. He has to worry a lot more at this point. I think my first goal in this game had been a long shot. So he's scared. He marks that. It still goes in, but I could have played it through there. Left stick dribbling and getting space in the box is really tough on this game. So if you don't know how to hit a long shot, people will just mark you in the box and you'll be a lot more predictable. Be less predictable, add a long shot to your game. It will help take your game to the next level and get you more wins. That is tip number 3. Tip number 4, and this is a silly one that I even have to say this, but it's a bug that's going around that I've seen a lot of people have. I lost a game because of it in Rivals, so since then I've always been really hot on making sure I check this, is every time that you log in to play FIFA Ultimate Team for the first time, or even just FIFA, depending on what mode you play, check that your settings are the same. So you go to Customize, Settings, Customize Controls. My settings are the same right now, but the problem I've had is probably 1 in 4 or 5 times that I log on, my settings have changed. If you've never actually looked into your settings and you're watching this video, seeing all these and thinking, what are these? Then check out my controller settings video. Zelonius controller settings, type it in on the search bar and it will come up. I will talk in depth on that video about all the settings I have, why I have them, and why you should be using them, and I'll explain them all in depth. We're not going to do that for this tip, obviously, but making sure you have the right settings on is really key. Some of these settings here, this one here, or switching move assistance, is set to default to be high. That effectively means when you switch to a player, for a second or two, he will move the way the AI tells him, not the way you tell him. That is really bad. I do not know why that's recommended by it. But make sure that you've got your settings sorted, you know what you're doing with them. If you're not sure, check out my video. And then make sure every time you log in, you check your settings. So many people in my streams keep telling me the settings are bugged. They keep changing every time they log on. Like I say, it's happened to me numerous times. And it doesn't happen too often that it's really bad, but it can lose you a game. You do not want to lose a weekend league game and then look afterwards and be like, oh yeah, that's why it felt weird, because my settings weren't working. So make sure your settings are good, and then make sure you check them on every time you log in. That is tip number 4. Tip number 5, and the final one for this video, is make sure that you know some skill moves that you know how to do. I think skill moves are one of the most balanced places they've been in ever on FIFA 23. Most years there tends to be a skill move that's just so broken it's impossible to defend and it needs hard patching. Right now, I think there's plenty of good skill moves. There's probably 10 to 15 that you could genuinely use in different circumstances, whether it's just for keeping the ball or making space or beating a defender, that are viable. But they are defendable and not OP. But the problem is on this game, left stick dribbling is so bad that if you don't know how to use skill moves, you're going to really struggle to break down anyone really good at defending when it gets to the box. Honestly, for the most part, if people don't use skill moves, you can just stand your ground, hold jockey, and they're not really going to be able to dribble past you on this game. I've done a video where I looked at the best skill moves in the game, in my opinion, and showed you how to do them all and when to do them in game. Check out that video. It's my dribbling skill move tutorial over on my channel. But here's an example, one of the clips from that video. The roulette. Crazy there. It's so good. When I do the roulette around my opponent here, he dives in. Most people here would try left stick that way or that way, and it just wouldn't work. As soon as he dives in, I know I can do the roulette, and you seem to get a crazy shot boost off of the roulette. I don't know why, but it's just OP. That is an example of one of the best tricks this year, in my opinion, that can help take your game to the next level. Don't be predictable. Like we said, with the extra pass, the long shot, adding these things to your game are going to make you so much more better attacking. In the next week, I'm going to be doing a top 5 tips video for attacking, top 5 tips video for defending, where we'll go more in depth on some of these things. But adding skill moves to your game, you don't have to do anything crazy. You don't have to be doing like skills constantly. Even if you add 1 or 2, just that you know you can consistently do at different points in the game to catch your opponent off guard and get a goal, that could make the difference and be the difference between getting a rank or the one below. An extra win or 2, honestly, adding a skill move to your game, it changes so many people's games. Hopefully that's helped you out, boys. And there is one last bonus tip. Stick around for it. Final tip I want to add to this video, a little bonus one for you guys, is have fun. This is a video game at the end of the day. I know so many people who've gone on mass losing streaks because they start to burn out, get stressed, they don't take a break, and then they fall into bad habits. At the end of the day, FIFA is a video game. You do not want to end up ruining your mental health or getting stressed out or just not enjoying the game and wasting your time because you just burn out. I see so many people take Weekend League really seriously, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you enjoy it and you get really competitive and into it, great for you. That's what I've been like 5-6 years. But I've tried to take it less seriously over the years and have more fun because honestly, when I do, I play better. My channel is all about helping you guys get better at the game. I'm always trying my best to upload quality content, regular content that's going to help you guys get better. Because when you get better and understand the game more, you're probably going to have more fun. But honestly, if you find yourself getting to the point, and I've done this in multiple video games, I'm really competitive. In any video game I play, I only really tend to play online games because I'm competitive and I like that rush, that feeling. I found in games that I've got to the point sometimes before when I start burning out because I'm like, why am I even doing this? And I'm just getting stressed and I'm not enjoying it anymore. Maybe do a challenge in your weekend league. You build around a particular player. Try a different type of team for a weekend league. There's different things you can do to have more fun on the game. Make sure you stay hydrated. Go on a walk. Get some fresh air. All these things can help you have more fun. And honestly, when you have more fun and you enjoy it, you're going to play better. Come into my streams, Zelonius92 on Twitch. Rant to me about how your weekend league's going. You can see me getting a bit frustrated in the game. It might make you laugh. We're all in this together. I want you guys to enjoy weekend league and get more wins. Hopefully this video has helped you guys. I appreciate the support on the channel so much lately. I love you guys. Hope your weekend league goes great. Let me know how you're getting on in the comments. Appreciate you. Hopefully see you in the streams. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.